And I'm Jeff Samet with you until noon. This is hour number 2, the final hour, so soak it in. This is my favorite part of the show. Today's show, this right here is my favorite part. She just turned 6, and for her birthday, she doesn't want gifts. She wants to help children affected by the civil war in Syria. Anna Pupolo is the host of The Anna Show on YouTube, entrepreneur in training, and joins Canada Now. Anna, good for you for wanting to help others. That's very kind of you, Anna. That's very good of you.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm here to talk about my campaign.
Yay, you are. And I'm so glad that you've done this. And you know you're helping a lot of people. Do you understand how many people that you're actually helping?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good of you. You know, there's not a lot of 6-year-olds that would be helping a lot of people as you are.
As lucky as me.
Well, yes, they're not as lucky as you are you? Now, how do you feel lucky? What makes you feel so lucky?
I have so much toys.
You do? You have a lot of toys?
Yeah.
Like a lot, like so many books and toys that you get to play with?
Yes.
Yeah. So because it was your birthday and you just turned 6, right?
Yeah.
Is it 6 or 26? Are you 26 or are you 6?
Just 6.
Oh, you're just 6. Okay, because I thought for a second there you were 26. Okay, so you're 6 years old, and you thought on your birthday that you've got so many things, right? You've had so many presents, you have so many toys, you didn't need any more?
No.
Yeah, you don't need any more, right?
No.
So you want to make sure that these kids that are in Syria, that they have more toys, that they have more stuff to play with?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, no. Food, shelter, water, those things.
Oh, I see. So the more
important things first.
Yeah.
Then toys.
That's right. Because you have all the important things and you have toys, right?
Yes.
So I guess it's only fair that they could have all that stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's very good of you to have thought that. Your dad is Joe. Is that Joe right here? Is that your dad?
Yes.
Yeah. Your dad a good dude? Should I talk to your dad
Yes.
Joe as well? Yeah. Hey Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
You got a pretty special kid here.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Do you take all the credit for that?
Absolutely not. It takes a village to raise a child
Yeah.
like this, and everyone has chipped in and helped.
Yeah, well, she's wonderful. She's impressive. Not just what we see online, but actually getting to meet her in studio. What was it about her? Like, were you surprised that Anna would say, "Hey, you know what, Dad? This is what I want to do."
Well, she actually did it last year. She said she didn't want any toys last year. She just feels so lucky, and it's amazing how kids are so aware of the world around them and come with sometimes some really, really big questions. So
Yeah.
you have to take an issue as complex as the Syrian civil war and explain to her. And I think the moment that was really sort of eye-opening for Anna, because her mom's a doctor, was when I told her that when she found out that people were dropping bombs on hospitals.
Yep.
And that was concerning to her, because Mommy works at a hospital, doesn't she?
Ah, so because your mom works at a hospital, you were thinking about all the hospitals in Syria then, right, Anna? Yeah, and you wanted to make sure that they were safe, right? Yeah. She's nodding. Yeah. How did this topic of conversation come up with your kid, Joe?
Well, I mean, empathy is a big thing that we're trying to teach with her. So last year when she just did a little private donation where all of her friends chipped in and helped her. And then this year she thought she wanted to do something a little bit bigger. So we talked about it, and that's where came the idea for a campaign. And in under a week, she hit her goal of raising $2,000.
That's amazing.
So we extended the goal, and just in the last 2 days since she extended her goal, she raised another $500.
Oh, really?
With over 50 donors. So it's quite amazing to see the outpouring of support, and just with a lot of the bad news and a lot of concern going on, people are looking for something positive to open their hearts to.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I think we're seeing that.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Anne?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about being on the radio and getting all this attention?
I kind of like it, but I get a little nervous.
Nervous? It's nothing to be nervous about. It's just us talking, right? We're okay.
Yeah, we'll talk. Well, us three talking in front of them.
Yeah.
The whole world.
Oh, the whole world is listening right now, Anna. That's
Yeah.
right. There's a lot of people in Canada that are listening. There's a lot of people in the United States that are listening right now. Yeah, and you're doing a good thing. You know what, Anna? I think that because you're such a good kid, I think a lot of other kids might be listening right now because they're home from school, with the weather that's happening in a lot of parts in the country. Yeah, they might be listening
Except
right
my
now.
except my friend in Toronto, because he said his school is not canceled today.
Oh, so your school is canceled, but his school is. You're in Kitchener, and his school isn't canceled. So, but I'll bet there's a lot of kids right now, Anna, that are listening to you that are saying, you know what, I want to be just like Anna. It's true.
Really?
I'll bet there are. And I'll tell you, I've got 2 little boys at home. I've got a 3-year-old and I've got a 7-month-old. I've got just a little baby. And I'm going to tell them all about you. And I think they're going to want to be just like you.
What?
Yeah, just like you, because you're such a giving young person. You want to help other people. I think that's a very good thing. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a veterinarian.
A veterinarian? Really? Do you love animals?
Yeah.
Do you have an animal at home? Do you have a pet?
I have one cat, but one of the cats died.
Oh, really? But you have one cat?
Left.
Oh, you have one cat left.
I used to have 2 cats, one died.
Yeah. And what's your cat's name?
Robertson, and the other was named Sebastian.
Yeah, Robertson and Sebastian. And
Sebastian was the one that died.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. And you love your cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you want to be when you grow up. And you know what? You know, vets, what they do is obviously they try to take care of animals, but they help. It seems like what you always want to do is help people, and you want to help animals as well. That's a very good thing. So how many kids do you have, Joe? Is Anna it right now?
No, we have a younger daughter named Rosie.
Oh, really? You've got Rosie as well.
Yeah, she's a Spitfire.
The second one usually is, right?
Yeah, no, she's gonna keep me on my toes.
Yeah.
She's 2 years old.
She's 2 years old. And how do you and Rosie get along? Are you a good big sister to Rosie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly we chase each other.
You chase each other around?
Yeah.
Does she bother you and try to take your stuff all the time? Because that's what younger brothers and sisters are supposed to do.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And are you good at sharing?
Yeah.
I'll bet you are very good at sharing. So
Except when I was trying to leave from Toronto, Rosie was like, mine!
so do you have a little Anna in training in Rosie here?
Well, each child is what they are, and you see
Yeah.
sort of talents and abilities, and you try and nurture them. Anna's just a natural. She's got great emotional intelligence. She came with me to the Startup Festival last year, and she was the talk of that with her own company.
Yeah.
She has like authors, children's authors, reaching out and engaging her.
Because she reviews books, right?
Yeah,
And,
so-
and authors are coming out and saying, "Hey, can you review my book?"
Yeah, so like once or twice a month, she'll get a new book from an author and say, okay, "Would you want to read this book that I sent you?" So there's this one really fantastic author out of the States named Andrea Beatty, and she sent a book
called Ada Twist Scientist.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's all about teaching little girls to be in STEM.
Good. Oh, really? Really? So do you get to keep these books that people send you?
Yes.
You do?
She even gets autographed ones.
Really?
Yep.
Do you know that's a pretty big deal that a lot of adults would write these books and would say, Anna, we want you to read them and look at them and tell everybody what you think of them. You know that's a pretty big deal.
Yep.
It is. So what's the online stuff been like, Joe, for Anna and putting her up on YouTube and seeing her review books? What's that whole experience been like?
So it's sort of been like a digital craft. It was a rainy day, and she just like most kids love YouTube, and
Yeah.
she was just like, Dad, how do I get my video on YouTube?
Yeah.
So we started putting there, and then just the response has been fantastic. I mean, her Facebook page is actually her main page, and she's had over 100,000 video views on that in under a year. She has like nearly 2,000 Twitter followers.
Really?
And I mean, she's getting requests on a snow day to come in and do interviews. So I mean,
Like us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like having you come in here.
Absolutely.
Well, so it's called, Anna, is this thing called Kid Viewed? Is that your thing?
That's one of my businesses.
That's one of your businesses,
It's like
huh?
Kids Yelp.
Yeah, that's right.
And the best thing about it is you get to share with all.
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows the second one. It's called Hannah show or what's not really business. I just basically sit in front of camera and talk about whatever I want.
Well, you are more successful now at 6 years old than many people are that are into my age, and I'm really old. I'm very old, and you've done more in 6 years than I've done in my billion years. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're doing very well.
He doesn't look a billion years. What do you think, Ann?
I think it looks rather young.
Oh, you think so? I'll take that.
I think you just made his day.
I think that's the best compliment I'm going to get all day. I think you're much nicer than I think you're much nicer than Cassandra and Brody that are on the other side of the glass. Do you think that maybe you'll want to work for the show? Do you think maybe you'll come and work for us, or are you just too busy?
I'm just too busy.
You're too busy? All right. Maybe we'll revisit that in a couple of years.
Maybe we could come back and visit, though.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
Maybe we could.
Would you want to come back and visit?
Yes, please.
Would you want to do this again? Did you have fun?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, then we want to we want to know how you're doing. We want to know how things are going, and we want to help you in any way we can. GoFundMe.com/Anna UNICEF.
Yep.
Is that where people can go and donate?
Yeah, they can go and donate there. We've had outpouring of we had a really beautiful donation this morning. An Iraqi doctor who's living in Canada just sent us a beautiful message this morning and made a very generous donation.
Wonderful.
People all over the world are reaching out, and we encourage you to as well, Jeff.
Oh, hey, I'm there, and I'm happy to help in any way that I can. This is wonderful. GoFundMe.com/Anna UNICEF. Anna Pupolo, Father Joe, I am very pleased to have met you, and I'm looking forward to our next visit. Will you come back?
Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Anna.
Well, we'll see if we have enough time.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I know. Goodbye. Bye, Joe.
But goodbye.
Thanks
for having
guys,
us, Jeff.
for doing this. Appreciate it.